Hi folks, it's Andy Stautz at Stautz Law, and we are back with a follow-up hard on the heels of our last discussion. We just talked about joint tenancies. Joint tenancies are where two or more people own a property all together, not in separate shares, but together. And now I'm talking about survivorship affidavits. So, as we discussed in our last video, with a joint tenancy, if one of the joint tenants dies, the other owners step up. They get the property automatically. There's no need for probate. There's none of this other stuff. The only thing you need is a little one-page document called an affidavit of survivorship. And I've got a sample copy. There are tons of sample copies on the internet. Marion County, Indiana, if you're doing Indiana estate planning, we've got examples. I'll link one in the text version of the post. It's a one-pager, and it basically says, my name is such and such. I owned this property jointly with whomever. That person died. The property's mine now. Boom. And that gets recorded just like a sale deed, except it's not a sale. It says, okay, county recorder, this property that was a joint tenant is now just mine, or is now just we remaining owners. And you got to do this. You got to do this because what the affidavit of survivorship does is changes the title of record from both of you, or all three, however many, from both of you to just one of you, to just your name. And that lets you sell the property or dispose of it in your will, or, basically clears up the title and clarifies the fact that it used to be a joint tenancy, now it's yours. If you don't do that, bad things can happen, or unexpected things. So I had a probate consultation with a man who, had a will that gave him a house. But the person who wrote that will owned the house in question as a joint tenant with right of survivorship with someone else. So the will, it wasn't the first of the joint tenants to die, doesn't get to give away the property. It goes to the survivor. So that really messed up the estate plan there. And that's why you should always make sure, keep up on your property titling. So anyway, don't be scared of the affidavit of survivorship. It's an easy document to make. I can help you with that. You want to do it right. So there are DIY forms, but I think you should call me. Anyway, if you need help with that or any other estate planning, Andy Stautz at Stautz Law. You're on my website, so you know all of my contact information. I'm going to do one more video on this topic, and it's going to be, pitfalls, traps, considerations, whether planning with joint tenancies is actually a good idea or not. So stay tuned. Bye for now.